Alright, so today on Carport Garage we're going to be installing the power steering pump on the 5.3 swapped 1996 Camaro.
Alright, so I sourced my power steering pump off of a-premium.com. Just check out their website. They've got some pretty cool stuff. I know most of the watchers probably are interested in Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, 4, small block Chevy, LS stuff, but they got some cool stuff on here. But anyway, this is where I got the power steering pump at. And for some LS stuff, I mean, they've got some pretty neat intakes with the 4150 flange you can use for carburetor or fuel injection. This particular one I'm pointing at can use with fuel injection with an elbow and a throttle body. Then they have the carbureted ones where the injector bosses are plugged, but you can still drill them. But and then just carburetor dual plane. Those are all pretty good prices on those. And then like if you do like I did and swapped your 93 to 97 LT1 Gen 2 to a LS, you'd need the rack and pinion from an LS car, and they have those in here. And a bunch of other stuff that's really cool and really fairly priced. So check them out, a-premium.com, and there will be a link to the website in the description.
Alright, so here's the box that came in. A-Premium. Just flipped right open. Now the power steering pump was just in this, what in the world is going on here? Was just in this bag and sitting down in there, so it bounced around a lot and about came out the box in a few different places. There was one, oh yeah. It about escaped the box and it busted through the plastic liner they had on it too. But here's the power steering pump. I've already started on trying to put the pulley on it, but it had this piece over the shaft protecting that. And right now we're just going to go ahead and put the pulley on, but it came with caps on everything. This is your return line. Here's the feed side. They put a cap in that. I mean, it looks like it's in real good quality. Looks pretty nice. They've actually, usually when you buy these, they don't come with a cap. I never understood that. If you're going to send a reservoir with the pump, at least put a cap on it. So I did order another cap, but it already has one on it. And this cap, it fits really good. But this is the power steering pump. There's the part number for the LS1, and we're going to put this on here and let's see how it works. But now before we can put it on, we have to put this pulley on. Actually, if yours has the solid pulley, you have to put the pump on first and then put the pulley on, which is a nightmare. But with these pulleys with the hole in them, you can still get the bolts in and out. And that's why I bought this, because it just makes it easier to get off and on. You don't have to, the solid ones that are solid all in here, you have to actually take the pulley off and on to put the pump off and on. So like if this was a solid one, we'd had to put the pump in, then put the pulley on. And in these F-body cars, when you got the slanted radiator, which I've stood my radiator up, but not a lot of room to do all that with the radiator and everything in there. So this just helps. But I found a bolt that'll fit down in here. I think it's a 3/8/16. I screwed it all the way down. And then I tightened this nut up. I've been holding this with a pair of vice grips and tightening this nut up and pushing it down. Now, the straighter you get this pulley on there, the easier it goes on. It still ain't easy, but I kind of spun it around just to make sure there wasn't a bunch of wobble, meaning it was crooked. You know, looking at this. And took the rubber mallet. When I first started, it did start to go crooked. I just tapped one side with the rubber mallet just to straighten it out, and then push. You don't want to go beating that on there because you'll you'll break stuff inside here you don't want to break. But let's get that pressed on there and see if this is going to work. It's getting tight on me. It's went down a little way, but not a whole lot. I tried to mess with it while I was working. Didn't really have a lot of time to fool with it, but if that don't work, we'll go to Advance Auto or a parts store, and we'll rent one of the puller install tools. So it was way too difficult by hand, so with just wrenches and stuff. So what I did, this was a bolt. I cut the bolt off with that and put the old trusty impact on it and just tapped it a little bit. The impact sent it on pretty good. Pretty sure it's all the way on. I just held on to it right here as I hit it with the impact. But yeah, just a few washers, a long threaded bolt you cut off, or some threaded stock, bolt and washers. Screw the bolt all the way down inside there, and then use the nut and washers to push it on. Alright, so we put it on our dirty Dingo mount, which moves it up about 2.5 inches, or up 2.5 inches and over 2 inches to keep the pulley from hitting that. It'd be right on top of that exhaust. But oddly enough, I'm used to seeing the pulley go about even with the shaft. That ain't the case on this one. I could actually go further, but we're about right where we're supposed to be. Actually, if anything, try to line it up. Yeah, that's about right where we're supposed to be. If anything, we might have to bring it out some. We'll be able to tell more once we get the belt on there, but according to where that was wearing on the water pump, looks like it might have to come out more. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll have to get a belt on it first. So it's definitely on too far. It would even went on farther too if I kept pushing it. Yeah, see, there's meat left in there still. But yeah, it's definitely on too far. I'm used to that coming all the way out to the edge and it stopping it and it being there. But I'm gonna take the bearing puller and pull it back out a little bit. All right, so I forgot my bearing puller stripped out, and I put the belt on it. It needs to come out about that far. I went too far. Should check that as I was going. But like I said, I'm used to this being flush, and once that hits flush, which the washers I had would have stopped it. I don't know, but we'll pull it out. I don't know, about that far. So I got to go get a power steer and installer puller tool, pull that out a little bit. But you know, everything's been threading in good. The threads for this were good. I put the fitting on there, that fit good. Everything, they had caps over everything, make sure nothing got in anything. They had a cap over the shaft to make sure the shaft didn't get boogered up. So we'll run some lines though and make sure it don't leak. This cap fits really tight. I like how this cap fits. Really tight fit. Most of the time, like I said, you buy these, even with the reservoir, they don't come with a cap. I don't know what that's all about, but oh, before I went to the parts store, I took this old strap and I routed it the way the belt would go, and I marked it. That'll at least get us close. Now I'm gonna take about a 1/2 inch off this for our adjustment pulley right there. But let's see what we got. I'm gonna guess 86 inches. So minus the half inch, I come up with 81 inches. Go get a belt. All right, back from the parts store, got our belt. These right here, this is the length right here, 81.0 inches. And if it was 825, be 82.5 inches. And then K, I don't know what that stands for. 6, I believe, is the ribs. But anyway, let's see if it fits. Well, why don't you look at that. It needs to be about a half inch shorter, because that's bottoming out, coming up. I'd marked that before. Yeah. So it needs to be a half inch shorter. Wow, that worked pretty good though. Those are just Harbor Freight straps. I put them on there and pulled it the way the belt would run. I pulled it tight and made a mark. But you can see where the belt is trying to go on the pump. It needs to come over about 1/8 of an inch. Now I took a measurement right there. This piece came in the tool set. Well, that, and that didn't. But anyway, I got this small piece to screw down in there. And then took this piece. I put this nut on this bolt. Screwed this down in here like it's right here. Alright. Put that all the way down, and then you take this, small angles on the bottom, put it on there like that, and it don't want to stay, so you put this sleeve over it. There we go. Then you hold that and loosen that, and this will loosen it up, and it'll grab this nut part with the flare. I'll grab that and pull, and then the flare part grabs the pulley down there and pulls it off. And I'll be honest with you, I tried a wrench and a crescent wrench on that. It wasn't moving, so I just held this and hit this with an impact. And we were at a 1/8. Now we're at 2/8, quarter. Yeah, so I moved it out about 1/8. Yeah, but like I said, I don't really like how much shaft engagement there is there. I mean, it comes about right there. So you got, say about a half inch there. Yeah, from here back. That should be fine. I spun it and it spins true. There's no wobble, nowhere. I mean, it looks like it was made pretty good. My fitting, this is my AM fitting, it went right down in there. Cap fits nice and tight. But yeah, it all looks good, man. Ooh, and it had some fluid in it. But I bought these AN lines. This is the eBay kit. You find all over eBay for the power or the pressure and return line. Now you're not supposed to use AN lines for the pressure line, but this is supposed to be a special AN line that you can use. And actually Earl's sells the same thing. See, it's got a mesh on the outside of it, and it's supposed to be a high pressure hose. But we're not going to, I'm just going to put this on here for now, make sure that nothing leaks. And I am going to get a high pressure hose made for the high pressure side. But let's make up some lines. All right, got it back on and snugged up. As you can see, that's more straight with the wear pattern in the if anything, I came out just a little too far. No, I'll bottom that from here. It looks pretty straight. Yeah, I might have went out a little too far. We'll see. If we need to push it back in, we can push it back in a little. Not a big deal. We can do that with it on the car. Oh, something I forgot. It's raining so much, my floor's flooding. The Earl's kit that uses those high pressure AN lines, it has the steel AN fittings. These are aluminum, so. But like I said, I'm going to get a line made for it. I'm just going to make this one for the pressure side just to know how long I need. All right. And the fitting's going to go straight down like that. Looks like it's going to clear everything. I just got to figure out what angle to get it at to the fitting down there. The bottom one is your high pressure. This is your high pressure, and then the top one down here on the rack is the return, which goes to this little piece right there. But I finished the A Premium power steering install tomorrow because I'm tired and I'm hungry and it's late. Y'all have a good day. So I had to come out here and check on my truck because I was pretty sure that shaft's supposed to come all the way to the end, and it does. Yeah. The old truck. Yeah, but that shaft comes all the way to the very end of it. On that other one, it only comes up to here. I don't know. I don't know if it's the pulley or the pump. That is an eBay pulley.
So this is the pulley I ordered. And it says right here, there will be about a 1/4 inch of the bore not pressed on the shaft because the factory part has a 1/4 inch tip inside to make it stop when it is lined. These are made with no stop inside, so you do have to set this particular pulley in and out based on to line everything up.
All right, back at it today. It's raining. And look how much condensation's built up on everything. You think it was raining down inside the motor. Look at that. It's crazy. There's no water coming in from here. That's crazy. And it's everywhere. Just condensation everywhere. Bad. All right, let's finish making these lines. I gotta measure that pressure line, cut it, and then put the fitting on it, and then make one for the return line. It'll go from the one that the AN fitting ain't on to up here. All right, so I had to push this in some. In the same way I pulled it out, I used the same combination except for that clip thing. I used this little bearing. This bearing is I'll show you whenever I get it off. This bearing spins on the inside up against the power steering pump. Whoops. And then the bolt and this nut and that bolt that goes up in there, put your bearing washer, I'm going to call it, right there, and screw that all in. Then you hold this and tighten that and it pushes it on. So I pushed it on a little bit further, and now about as straight as it's going to get right there. Yeah, that'll work for me. I done started the car and everything. That thing is, it's quiet as a mouse. I mean, you can't even hear it. It's nice and smooth. Like some of them, when you turn them too far, they'll go. That one don't do that. And it's perfectly quiet. You wouldn't even know it's on there, like it's supposed to be. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I did put those AN lines on and ran them. There's the return, the feed over there. Just barely clears the. Actually, the wire loom is hitting, but the line is not hitting. That's the most important thing. But yeah, it's tight fit over there. I couldn't angle that 90-degree up because then it'd hit the it hit right there, throttle position sensor. The only way you could get it to go was straight down, straight forward, and straight back. You couldn't get it to go up because of that right there. But pretty happy with it. I don't believe anything's going to hit. But there y'all go, the A Premium power steering pump from a-premium.com. Y'all check them out. They got some pretty good parts for a good price. I tell you what, this power steering works awesome. It don't make a noise one. Alright, so update on these eBay power steering hoses. The hose pulled right out of the fitting on the high pressure side. I didn't think those were going to work. Yep. I even messaged the guy. There ain't no way this is going to hold the high pressure side. He said, yeah, it will. Yeah. Those pulled right out of those aluminum crappy fittings. Well, there you have it. Don't try the AN eBay power steering lines for your high pressure side like they say you can do. But y'all have a good day.